According to The Atlantic, 1.8 billion photos are taken each day. Many of these photos are uploaded onto a device or shared onto the internet. However, there are still many people who don't take photos at all. Today I'll be discussing the basic parts of a camera and their function, how to use the camera, and why it's beneficial for people to learn. As we turn the power switch to on, we will begin to focus on our first point, learning the parts of a camera. Today I'll be demonstrating with the Canon Rebel T7. The photo shown behind me will provide a visual representation of each part I discuss. Not all parts will be discussed, but rather the most important ones. Starting off with number 1, this is called the stabilizer. The stabilizer is a device installed inside the camera and prevents unwanted camera movement and reduces blurry images. Number 2 is the speaker. Number 5 is a power switch, or how you turn the camera on and off. Number 6 is the mode dial. By rotating the dial, you can pick the settings for your desired photo. Number 7 is the flash button. Number 8 is the main dial. By rotating this dial, you can adjust the shutter speed, or the speed at which the camera takes photos. Number 9 is the zoom lens, and number 10 is the lens cap. On this photo of the Rebel T7, there is no focus lens, but if there was, it would be next to the zoom lens. This next photo will show the backside of the camera. Number 2 is the viewfinder eyepiece, or where you look when taking photos. Number 3 is the LCD monitor, or the screen. Number 4 is the menu button. Number 5 is the playback button. Number 8 and 9 are part of cross keys and set button. Number 15 is the diplomatic adjustment knob. And on this last photo is number 1, which is the battery compartment, cover, and lever. Now that we have learned the basic parts of a camera, let's put our knowledge into practice. As shown in front of you, I have brought a Canon Rebel T7. As discussed in more detail on the Canon website, we will be discussing the basics on taking photos. You will begin by going to the bottom of the camera where you will find the battery compartment, cover, and lever. You will then insert the battery and SD card into the correct spots. Once you have inserted both the battery and SD card, you can then go to the front of the camera where you can take off the body cap off the camera and the lens cap off the lens. To attach the lens, you'll find the correct mounting index, and when found, you can then just rotate the lens until it fully attaches. You can then take off the second lens cap, turn the power switch to on, look through the viewfinder eyepiece, and rotate the zoom and focus lens. You can then see if the camera is at your desired settings. If the camera is blurry even after rotating the zoom and focus lens, you can rotate the diplomatic adjustment knob until it's at your preferred setting. If you're looking to shoot a desired photo, you can turn the mode dial. An example of this would be sports. You would rotate it to action shots or the picture of a figure running. Once you're ready to take a photo, you can look through the viewfinder eyepiece, rotate the zoom and focus lens, and then when ready to take a photo, you'll press down on the shutter button. You'll hold down to take multiple photos, or you can press down once and release quickly to take a single image. When you are finished and you want to look at the photos you had just taken, you can press the playback button to see the images you had just taken. You can then use the cross keys and set button to look through the photos you had just taken by moving left to right. If there's a photo that is not to your liking, you can press the erase button to delete the image. When you are finished, you can turn the power switch to off. Now that we've discussed both the parts of a camera and their function and how to use it, let's focus in on why it's beneficial for people to learn. According to photographyforbusyparents.com, there are 7 reasons why you should learn photography. First, it allows you to catch a moment in time. Photos allow you to look back at any point in time whenever you feel like it. Second, you can look back at the past. Third, you can express creativity with the different angles, light exposure, and image. Each photo is different from the last. Next, it helps you appreciate the world around you. Fifth, it helps you capture the world the way you see it, meaning with the different people, places, and things, you can take photos of things that relate to something important to you. Sixth, it is a huge part of the modern world. As the world is constantly evolving, technology is a huge part of today's society, and photography has just become a major part. And lastly, it's fun and is something others can appreciate as well. Many people share a part of their lives onto social media, and being able to take photos of memories, experiences, loved ones, and so much more is something that's done through photography. Photography is an art that more people should begin to recognize. Images hold a power that many don't understand. Being able to look back at the past is something more people should begin to recognize. Today we have discussed the basic parts of a camera and their function, how to use the camera, and why it's beneficial for people to learn. I hope you can start to apply photography to your daily lives, and those 1.8 billion photos taken each day might start to look a little different. Thank you.